Oh, the Bubble Boy Championship or the in-season one?
The in-season.
Did they win it last year?
Yeah, I believe so.
Was he there then?
No.
I feel like he got traded halfway
They
through.
didn't win it last year.
They did. They won it last year.
Tournament? Did they?
Yeah, if you go to
The
LeBron's basketball reference page, it's listed up there. So now if you go to Luka's, it should be the Express Pros Pro of the Week. Back-to-back weeks should be thrown up there. Because I don't know if anybody else has done that. Maybe Josh Allen during the football season.
Can you take us behind the scenes too? I mean, you basically pick who that is, right?
No, I mean,
that's my understanding.
I think
like
it's a joint effort.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I'm not a part of this award. I feel like it's an award specifically that you hand out.
I mean, I scour to see who's really earned it. You know, some people want to get caught up in the stats.
The Knicks won it.
The Knicks won it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was the one they won was like 2 years or something like that. It's been a little bit. The Knicks won it last year.
Congratulations to the Knicks. That circus tent could use a couple of banners. It's been a while. Good for the Knicks. That's awesome. I would say this. Yeah, you know, I kind of scour and look through to see who's
why
had
can't
the
we
best
make this
week.
your thing? I feel like you're being bashful about it. Like, this is your deal. It's a big deal. You pick a pro. It could be in any sport. We've got competing sports sometimes. And you announce them. It's a cool thing.
Because Jonas Knox is not about me. I'm about the team. And so I think that's evident with the way that this show operates.
That's $10. You got away. Brady let you get away earlier. All I'm gonna say is, if that's not $10, I quit. Damn the fines.
You know what? It is $10, Jonas. That is. You're up to 30 with everyone else now too.
I don't understand.
Just give me a second to do the conversion to pesos, so the in-laws know.
Holy
I was gonna say.
Holy moly!
I said $10.
I'm still the last man standing.
I hand out an award here.
That's $10.
That number is $535.54 pesos. Excuse me. Or $30. And Patrick, that is also a fine for you for chiming in when no one asked you to.
Yes.
Let's go.
You sit your ass back down, all right?
All right.
Yes.
So $10 for Patty Speaks. Who also, by the way, tried to buy his way out of fines by bringing in cake pops to the crew this week.
Yeah, he did.
But it didn't work.
And here's funny.
It will not work.
My wife's like, I'll see if his mom can make us chocolate chip cookies. I was like, no. What is this? What is she,
They're
Mrs.
really good.
Fields?
She'll do it though.
You're
No,
now
it's
going
not
to have
happening.
chocolate chip cookies.
No. Don't. Please don't. What is this? He brings in cake pops. That's enough.
Oh
So,
my God.
but
He's like,
congratulations.
yeah, they are. They're yellow cake. Just so you're aware, they're yellow
My
cake.
son loved it. He said they're great.
Yeah,
They're great. So
Hell
she did
yeah.
a phenomenal job. I don't know why you wouldn't want to send some over to the Quinn household. I feel like that's finable, if you ask me.
Nope. We gave it up for
Wouldn't be
Lent.
enough.
So we were not in sweets. All right. We're holding strong so far.
Hey,
Well, besides one night for a couple of the girls, but they know what the punishment is now. So they can't have anything nice on Easter. They have to wait till the next day.
yeah.
That'd be too many materials that Mama Sweet could have to go get. Too many kids, man. It's too much. Too many sweets. Just saying. 20 kids, bro. Like, hey, man, you gotta give it up.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox and professional wrestling fans. The action continues every week. Watch TNA Thursday Night Impact every week. Don't miss the adrenaline, the drama, and the total nonstop action. See your favorite TNA wrestling stars like pro wrestling legends The Hardys and Nick Nemeth and rising star Leon Slater as they compete inside the ring for pride and glory and championship belts. Don't miss the action of TNA Thursday Night Impact every week. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
I am dedicated. I am TNT.
Team in Training will change your life with a marathon, half marathon, triathlon, or a cycle event, and you'll change the lives of blood cancer patients. Join TNT, fundraise for blood cancer patients, train with world-class trainers, and be part of the most exciting endurance sports events in the country. Or train on your own schedule with TNT Flex.
Join TNT now. Go to teamintraining.org.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
Got some big delays northbound on 183 from 130 to 71. 10 minutes worth right now. It'll take you 33 to get through there. Westbound on 71 at 183, a stalled vehicles blocking the right shoulder. And good news, 183A northbound at Avery Ranch Boulevard. That stall has been cleared. Lee Raza, Austin Traffic.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The Instant Oatmeal, ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your sixth graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker. Bring out the good.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell consult. The Cordell consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Watch the best cornhole players in the world compete for the crown at the ACL Kansas City Signature Open. After intense competition, the top 4 players go head-to-head on ESPN2. Doubles airs Saturday, March 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Singles airs Sunday, March 29th at 6 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss the action as the game's best battle for the title. The ACL Kansas City Signature Open, all on ESPN2.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
Meet iPhone 17e. A whole lot for a lot less. With an almighty all-powerful A19 chip. And Ceramic Shield 2, built to survive this. And this. And a 48-megapixel fusion camera with 2 times optical quality zoom and next-gen portraits. And double the starting storage of iPhone 16e. And long-lasting battery life for hours of watching the studio.
That's the dream!
And it comes with Apple Intelligence. And you can charge it with USB-C or with MagSafe accessories. And a whole lot more, all for a lot less. Get the new iPhone 17e at AT&T today.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Throwback Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone, excuse me. Game day is here. Texas men's basketball, get ready for a Sweet 16 matchup. Happy opening day, baseball fans, as the baseball season got underway last night, but it's officially starting today. Eric Henry of Horns 247 will join us live from San Francisco, well, San Jose to be exact. Coach Sloss talks Texas baseball as they have a big series against the Sooners, and lifetime Longhorn Fran Harris joins us in our Legends of the Locker Room segment to talk all things Texas women's basketball. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you a chance to win another pair of those tickets to go see the Dallas Wings and Paige Beckers versus Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces right here at the Moody Center. But we also want to give you a chance to talk back to us. Don't be disrespectful now, but you can talk back. All you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Get the message, get the keyword. Let's have a good day. You know why? Because it's game day, baby. Texas men's basketball are on that quest for the Elite Eight, Final Four, and national championship. It's amazing that we can even have this conversation right now because of where Texas was a while back and where they are now. But we don't live in the past. We're living in the present. And Texas men's basketball now have an opportunity to take on the preseason #1 team, Purdue Boilermakers. But more importantly, this is a team that is trying to figure out what they're going to do in this matchup. Mark, I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday, and they were talking about how these last couple games that Texas has been playing, the teams don't really have true NBA type of players, right? And Texas can match up with all of these guys. But one of the things that continues to stand out to me is the play of one Kendall Weaver, the Energizer Bunny, the things that he is capable of doing on the basketball court to help his team win are things that you can't truly coach. You can't coach desire. You can't coach want to. That's got to be inside of you. And everything that Kendall Weaver does is show that he is wanting to play to the very last second. And I got a chance to ask Coach Miller about what makes Kendall Weaver so important to this basketball team.
I'm glad you asked me that question because, a couple things about him. One, he's that throwback player where this is it for him, right? He's coming down the home stretch of his college career here at Texas. He's a Texas kid. He loves this place. He grew up here. It means a lot to him. And you can sense his desperation in a good way, where he's playing his heart and soul, leaving it all on the court, because it seems like, not seems like it is. The reality of it is every game he's playing right now can be his last. And there can really be a healthy dose of desperation when you're like Kendall. And I think we're seeing that out of him. But he's also an incredibly unselfish kid. The way he plays, his style, it doesn't always show up in the stat sheet because he's not a big scorer. But, his rebounding, his effort defensively, something as simple as a block shot or a deflection, just his speed, and he comes in the game tends to go faster just because he's out there. And he's really impacted winning all throughout the season, like you said. But I think he's really done it here in the last month, maybe even more so.
All right, I think the biggest asset of Kendall Weaver is not just his heart, not just his desire to be better than he was the day before, but he knows that he's an extreme athlete. Like, Kendall has done death-defying feats this season where I don't think nobody else could have done that. And when I have the ability to do this, I'm going to show you. He's got a lot of competitiveness. I think that's the thing that sets him aside is his competitive nature and knowing who and what he is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a special type of athlete, and he makes things happen. And I'm glad Coach Miller mentioned the fact that when he gets into the game speeds up, the pace speeds up because his energy that he
You
brings
have
on.
to.
Yeah, you got to play fast when he's on the court because he's playing fast. And he's playing fast but not out of control. And that's the most important part of that. Another part of what's happening tonight is you're going to get a chance to see the possibility of two bigs in the lineup. You're a big fan of Nick Cody. Modest Vocatitis has been unbelievable during the season, plus during these playoffs. You look at his numbers, he's been putting up big numbers. And Coach Miller was asked about, hey, you did get a chance to do it against Gonzaga, but now you might have to do it against Purdue, going with two bigs in the lineup.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great observation in terms of Purdue. They really do attack you with two bigs for the majority of the game. And, they're incredibly efficient, the best offense in the country. And they do it just by precision, and excellent offensive rebounding, which I think playing two bigs gives them an inherent advantage there. You can become mesmerized with their action and their plays, shooting, their point guard play, which is outstanding. But, they're top 20 in the country when the shot goes up, and they can really break a game open with their second shots. A lot of times their second shots lead to 3-point shots. And, Cuff kind of takes his right arm and just knocks the ball out. They're physical, they're hard playing, their wings crash. And I don't think there's a more important aspect to the game that when Purdue misses, we can't let them kill us on the glass. They really are good in that area, almost great in that area. So that two big lineup's a big part of it. On our end, Nick Cody has continued to develop, get more confidence. We have more confidence in him. And there have been a lot of times between Modest and Nick together over the last couple of weeks that, we've been really efficient and we're playing good basketball, and those two guys are in together. So I don't want to say that playing those two guys neutralizes what Purdue does, but certainly gives us more size at the 4 and 5 if we play those two guys together. So I think we'll continue to explore and do that some.
Love it.
Yeah. And I also think that having guards big like Pope and Weaver can also help affect this game. I think that Dylan is going to be at a 3 and play off Dalen. To play off the ball more rather than, do a lot of ISO with him. Like, if they could do that, Hardge, I think they have a shot. I mean, everybody keeps saying the analytics is saying that, 5 times Texas loses. I don't think so. I think that's not, analytics is only good with papers and numbers. This is going to be played with humans and emotion, and I'm Texas already proved it to me. The 3 games that they've played that they weren't supposed to win.
The game will be on CBS tonight, 6:10 tip-off, but it's the first game of the evening. But, of course, you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Coming up at 7:34, we're going to talk to Eric Henry, who is on site there in San Jose, getting prepared for this game. We're going to find out the latest in the situation with Jordan Pope. He is questionable on the availability report, so that is going to be something to pay attention to. And contrast, if Jordan Pope can't go, Dalen Swain will probably have to have the ball in his hand a lot more and running the point to make sure that this team is put up in the right position. As I said the other day, Simeon Wilshire is going to have to play big. But somebody that is ready for this moment is Modest Vocatitis. He wants to be the best big man in the land, and he spoke about this the other day.
I think everything starts from working hard, believing, and I always think I'm the best player on the court. I'm always coming with that vision to a game. And know when you're working hard, you're believing in what you're doing, everything comes what you want. So obviously, the best player for me all time is Arvydas Sabonis. the father of Domantas Sabonis. And right now, who's playing in NBA? I would say it would be Nikola Jokic or Alperen Şengün. First of all, I don't really care who I'm playing against. I'm just trying to play hard, confident. For me, in my eyes, I'm the best big man in the country. So that's the key to play like that.
Did you hear what he said?
No, I didn't hear the last part.
He said in his eyes, he wants to be the best big guy in the country.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So,
right.
Thank you.
and he's really done an amazing job here.
That's what it's all about. I mean, he's shown and earned and done some things throughout this season that you continue to look at him and try to make sure that he continues to get better and better.
Coach Miller's got a second career as a translator.
Oh, well, when you're around him a long time, you
I
understand.
get it.
Yeah, you understand what he's trying to say. So there's a lot going on. They've got to be excited about this. Texas basketball tonight from San Jose, California. They will take on the Purdue Boilermakers. We'll have more about this with Eric Henry of Horns 247. But coming up next, I want to talk a little opening day. The Yankees play. And yeah, baseball's here, folks. And I got a lot to say. We got some predictions right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is your voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn basketball. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening tip and after the final whistle. Every week, we'll visit with Texas head coach Sean Miller on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorns basketball, the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
On 1300 The Zone.
We honor the biggest stars from all genres of music that you loved listening to all year long.
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox tonight, starting at 7 p.m. And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Trashy is a proud partner of the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. This spring, turn your closet clutter into rewards with the Take Back Bag. Learn more and get started at trashy.io.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Good morning in Cedar Park. So far, southbound on 183A just before Park Street. Got a stalled vehicle here. It is blocking the right shoulder. Westbound on Riverside Drive at the service road of southbound I-35. Construction takes away the right lane. I'm Lee Riza with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Texas Stars fans, your new favorite debit card has arrived. Introducing the official Texas Stars debit card from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. With perks like discounted tickets, a preseason meet and greet, and more. Order your Texas Stars debit card by March 31st, and you could win 4 club-level tickets to the April 17th game. Open an ATFCU True Checking or True Earnings checking account and add your card today. Visit atfcu.org/Texas Stars to learn more. Sweepstakes terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's Bowen. Join Matt and me on our podcast, Las Culturistas, where we talk to Nicole Kidman, Kristen Wiig, and so many more. Download and listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I got my first real six string.
Brian Adams. Roll with the Punches Tour 2026.
Come on, make up your mind.
A night full of hits. Live at Moody Center, July 28th. With special guest Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at livenation.com.
Are you running for office and have a message you want every voter in your district to hear? Well, that's where radio comes in. Radio is your direct line to morning commuters, midday grinders, and late nighters. Radio puts your message right where your voters are. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Call now and be on air in just 48 hours. 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Steel Hyundai and Kyle is your destination for transparent pricing and customer value, plus the Steel Standard. We add over $1,400 in protection for free. Drive home a sleek new 2026 Hyundai Elantra SE lease for just $199 a month, or upgrade to the versatile 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE lease for only $259 a month. Plus, every new Hyundai comes backed by America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile, and owner assurance. Everything we do is driven by you. Steel Hyundai and Kyle, or SteelHyundaiKyle.com.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Albuquerque, only on Paramount Plus.
You know that water in our lakes is a precious resource that we can all work together as a community to save. Austin Water offers simple ways to use less and make a big impact around your home and yard. Find your watering day, explore rebates, and get more tips at austinwater.org.
Longhorns baseball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
The morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Don't forget, Texas men's basketball is ready for the Sweet 16 tonight versus Purdue. Tip-off is at 6:10, but you can get all the action starting at 5:30 right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, our guy Craig Way. He will be live and ready to go, as this is a big-time opportunity for the Texas men. We'll get an update from Eric Henry of Horns 247 in the next segment as he talks all things Texas Longhorns, as he is on the ground in San Jose. He's getting up early to be with us, so we got to make sure we take care of my guy, because it's a rough morning when you're on the West Coast and trying to get up early to do this spot. But I called him yesterday. He said he's good to go, and he texted me this morning, said he's locked in.
Bless his heart.
And ready to bring the noise to all the people. Texas football is back on the field today. Coach Sark is ready to get these guys back to work. It's an important time for them, too, with all the installations on both offense and defense. So we'll see where they are as that goes along as well. But opening day, Major League Baseball got underway last night as the New York Yankees, Mark's team, opens up last night with a 7-0 win over the San Francisco Giants. The big story coming out of that game, though, was the fact that Aaron Judge didn't look good at the plate yesterday and hasn't looked good in the last couple of weeks, going back to the World Baseball Classic, where a lot of people were questioning what's going on with him. Great pitching performance by Max Fried as he went out and did well. But Aaron Judge, 4 strikeouts in his 5 plate appearances. So there's a lot of questions on that. But as you get ready to look at the regular season, and I know, folks, it's a very, very long season. A lot is going to happen. You're going to have your thoughts and who's going to do what. But when you start to look at Major League Baseball and the expectations of the season, all of them are pretty much the same. In the AL East, it's going to be the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and, of course, the Red Sox there. The Guardians, the Royals, and the Tigers in the Central, and you cannot forget about the Minnesota Twins. They always find a way to get into that conversation. You look at the AL West, the Houston Astros, the Rangers, and the Mariners are the three teams every single year that are in the battle. The Athletics and the Angels start off and then they finish bad. But the Athletics always finish strong throughout the season. They just don't spend a lot of money on their players. You go into the NL, you have the Atlanta Braves, the Mets, and the Phillies. And then in the Central, you have the Brewers, the Cubbies, who have been doing really, really well the last few seasons, and the Cardinals. The Pirates are going to be talked about because of their pitching staff with Paul Skeens. Will he be traded? Will he not be traded? They don't want to get rid of him, but eventually Paul Skeens needs to be showcased on a big stage to see what he's going to be able to do. And then in the West, you have the Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants, who looked awful last night, and the Diamondbacks always seem to be in the middle of that. And, of course, Danny Davis's Colorado Rockies. With all that being said, Mark, you can go and look at all of the predictions. And I told you this yesterday. I said, we can go in and we can pick MVPs. We can pick all these different things. But one thing we cannot do, we cannot pick Shohei Ohtani, and we cannot pick Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge might make it where they're not picking him anyway. But you start looking – I'm just kidding. Aaron Judge is amazing. He's going to be a star, and he's going to be what we think he is all the time. But you look at the awards that may happen. And the MVP award, and it's not Aaron Judge, and this is for the AL, do you want – who I love is Bobby Witt Jr.,
Big Dumper.
Yep, Cal Raleigh, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and here's a name that I think a lot of people need to pay attention to, and it's Nick Kurtz of the Oakland A's. Well, they're not even called Oakland no more. The Athletics is their name now. The Athletics, the first baseman. He came up last year, won Rookie of the Year. Absolutely amazing player. He's a name to pay attention to this season. But if you had to pick somebody, who would you pick out of those names that I gave you?
I'm going with the Dumper. I thought that he should have been the MVP this year.
Yeah.
Just off the fact that he was able to do multiple things. Like, if doing one thing well, great. You're going to hit 53 home runs. Awesome. But you take every possession that you have, every inning at catcher, up and down and run and throw and dissect what your pitcher needs to do, knowing the game plan. Excuse me, outside the coach, who knows more than the catcher?
Right.
And I don't think he got enough credit for that.
Yeah, he was setting records too, right?
Yeah, he had, I mean, he
was the best. He was the best all-around player last year. I mean, when you start to look at, like you said, being able to call a game, be a defensive catcher, being an all-star, win the home run derby, hit all the home runs that he did, and lead his team in the playoffs is something that I don't think he'll be able to duplicate what he did last year.
Even if he don't duplicate what he did last season, if he gets close to those numbers, like he's the best all-around player. Bobby Witt, he's a freak of nature. So I can see him being there right there.
Yeah.
But
He's second behind Aaron Judge. Aaron
Judge has got big light issues. When the big lights are on, that dude is riding.
Big light issues.
He got big light issues. I've known a bunch of athletes like that.
I like
Man, listen, catch them at practice. They'll kill you. They break the world record. They go to national championship. Oh, knock it out the park. Go to the world championship. Go to the championship game. Man, disappear. They like the invisible man. That's what happens when the big lights hit people. You said it when I first came on the show, and it was something I used to hear when I was in high school. It's like pressure bust pipes.
Yep.
Pressure eliminates a lot of athletes. because they're not used to it and they don't want the attention. The kids say today they don't want to smoke. Hardge, I always wanted to smoke.
You're on the wrong
I
team
know
for
you
that.
wanted to smoke.
But you're on the wrong team for that type.
Aaron Judge don't want to smoke.
Hey, man, he better figure it out.
He need to go to, who did you just say? He need to go to Colorado.
Where nobody is paying attention.
Nobody is paying attention.
Well, you know what though? If he in Colorado, people will start paying attention.
Yeah, because he gonna hit 1,000 home runs because of how short that park is,
Well, the area
and
is
how
so light.
thin the area is.
Yeah. So looking at this on the National League side, before we go to break here in a minute, Shohei Ohtani is obviously the favorite, but coming in second is Juan Soto. Ronald Acuna Jr.
I forgot about him.
Ronald Acuna Jr., who has been outstanding starting in the World Baseball Classics. I look at him to get even better. Fernando Tatis Jr., Ellie De La Cruz, Kyle Schwarber, Paul Skeens, the only pitcher that is in there. He probably will not get that unless he goes out and does what he always does. And Kyle Tucker, the new LA Dodger, Kyle Tucker, is in the mix. If I had to pick somebody, I would go with Ronald Acuna Jr. If he can be healthy, I think he's going to be the MVP.
What's his superpower?
Everything he does. Steals bases, hits home runs, plays great defense out there. His problem is he just never stays healthy. Every year he's been getting hurt. So I'm hopeful that he is ready to go this season and can stay healthy the entire year. Coming up next, we're going to find out who is healthy in San Jose as the Texas Longhorns get ready to take on the Purdue Boilermakers. And our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, is on location, and he'll give us an update on Jordan Pope and the rest of the Texas men's basketball team. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
New accident popping up in Travis, southbound on I-35 as you're approaching Breaker Lane. Stop and go traffic here to Palmer. Right now, about a 13 to 15-minute delay. Northbound on I-35 from Slaughter over to Stastny, that's going to be a 4-minute delay. Your travel time, 7 minutes. I'm Lee Raza, Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Always running out of hot water? You can count on Abacus to help. Get a 40 to 50-gallon water heater for just $22.99 with warranty and zero down financing, as low as $36.33 a month. Call or visit abacusplumbing.com today. M20628.
There's always somebody that we like to call the comeback guy. Down 25 with 2 minutes left, like, we're still in this. No, sir. No, you're not. But hey, we got to respect his optimism. When you keep that same energy, it is perfect when you're reaching into a cooler for another ice-cold Bud Light, because Bud Light is the official domestic beer of Texas basketball. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Craig here with Dan Christensen of DJC Law. Injuries can occur anywhere, not only on the field. So if you've been injured by someone's negligence, don't fight alone. Call the team at DJC Law, the GOATs of personal injury.
That's right, Craig. At DJC Law, we fight hard to represent injury victims and get them the compensation they deserve.
Call DJC Law today at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. Or go to teamjustice.com. Principal Office, Austin, Texas.
Opening week is here at Dell Diamond. 3 giveaways and 2 fireworks shows highlight the fun. Don't miss opening day, Tuesday, March 31st. Get your tickets now at RoundRockExpress.com.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, Instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares. Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
Let me paint you a picture. It's midnight. Sirens blare. You have only seconds to grab your child and run. Now imagine you're elderly. Getting downstairs feels impossible. And after all of that, you end up in a bomb shelter for hours, even days, because you can't make that trek again. This is what's happening across Israel as Operation Epic Fury continues. Children are being traumatized. Families are exhausted. Homes have been destroyed. That's why the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews is there on the ground, bringing food, emergency equipment, care for children, and help for the elderly, and supplying bomb shelters and medical centers with critically needed essentials. If you've ever wondered what it looks like to stand for Israel and stand for good against evil, this is it. Now, please act. Give $45 right now to rush life-saving essentials to the vulnerable under fire. Text the word SIREN to 91999 to make your donation. That's the word SIREN to 91999.
Victor Wembanyama, 19 points, 15 boards, helped the Spurs crush the Grizzlies 123-98 for their 7th straight win. Big Dance resumes tonight with the Sweet 16 as number 11 Texas will face number 2 Purdue and San Jose. Longhorns look to make their first Elite 8 appearance since 2023, and the Astros open their season today against the Angels in Houston. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Odoo.com.
Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
I'm Daniel Alarcon. I'm John Green, co-host of the podcast The Away End with my old friend Daniel.
I remember the first time I took my oldest son to an actual live soccer game. And when you step out through the concourse and you can see the field, he did like that, like a sharp intake of breath. And he said, "This is so unusual for my eyes."
Oh, I love that.
Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer is the most important.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Away End with Daniel Alarcon and John Green, and listen now.
Longhorns football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, Hardge, WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry, and of course Marcus behind the boards. And right now we're going to go out to California Love and talk to our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247 as he has made the trip out to San Jose to get ready for this Texas Longhorns basketball team's matchup against Purdue. 6:10 local time here in Austin, Texas. That'll be 4:10 or what is it, 3:10 out there? Eric, what time is it out there with you right now?
It's 2 hours behind, so it'll be 4:10 4:10 Pacific time tip off.
Man, what a wild ride. We appreciate you getting up this morning to be with us. But I want to get right into it, man, because the story is all about Jordan Pope. You got a chance to go and visit with the team yesterday and also got a chance to kind of see practice a little bit, walk around and check it all out. What is the latest from your eyes? Obviously, he's on the injury report as questionable, but what did you see for all the fans here in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, of course. Good morning. Appreciate y'all having me on. Jordan Pope didn't really do much. That's not a surprise in my mind, Hardge. You know, I want to go back to Portland for a second for those who were there. We saw how noticeably Jordan Pope was in pain when he made his way down the hallway back to the Texas locker room. For those who don't know, in the NCAA tournament, there's an open locker room section, right? So the players that you don't bring to the podium are made available post game. Jordan Pope initially was not in the locker room, right? We looked for him, didn't see him. After we talked for the guys for about a good, I'd say 15, 20 minutes, then Pope came out to his locker. Didn't show any signs of it, right? Said he's fine, but, we didn't see him standing, right? He was seated at his locker. I do think Jordan Pope is going to play, right? There's two reasons why. One, this is 90 minutes from his hometown. And I've had a chance to talk with Jordan a couple times over this NCAA tournament stretch. How much it means for him, a guy who was at Oregon State, a team that went 21-40 when he was there, right? He was the leading scorer on those teams, but those were not good teams. For him to have this kind of run the NCAA tournament means a lot to him. Secondly, even when, the Texas was in Portland, Jordan was like, hey, man, I haven't played in the West Coast in a while. He's a kid who's from Oakland, California, right? So like I said, about 90 minutes from San Jose, California. Now he's here basically in his home area, the Bay Area, right? I think he's going to do everything possible to get out there on the court.
Hardge is going to have all the basketball talk for you. I'm going to give you the Mark Henry food review. You're out there in San Jose. I need you to find Original Joe's and go and have you a good time. Okay, I'm joking. But definitely go to Original Joe's. Vocatitis, like right now, he is on par with all the big men in the tournament. How do you see him faring against the bigs at Purdue?
Listen, Mark, it's not just vocatitis. Purdue, for those who don't know, they operate heavily with a two big lineup, right? With Trey Kaufman, Rand, and Oscar Clough, right? And not only that, they bring a 7'4" guy off the bench. Okay, so they operate with a two big lineup primarily. It's not just going to be Modest. It's going to be Modest, Nick Cody, to a lesser extent, Cam Heide. Remember, this team doesn't have Lucina Traore, right? That was their, for all intents and purposes, their kind of, dirty work, big man, 6'8", 6'9", 240. He's got the size that, 5 fouls to use, going to be a defensive guy. Yes, Matis is going to have to be there, Mark, but remember, he can't get himself in foul trouble. And Matis has a tendency to get himself in foul trouble, both on the offensive and defensive end. So if Matis is, let's just say he's going to pick up an offensive foul at some point in time in this game, right? Whether we saw it against Gonzaga, right? He had that double foul where he got tangled up with oh my gosh, forgetting the kid's name, the big forward, right? Ike, right? Graham Ike. He's a feisty guy. He's going to pick up an offensive foul somewhere along the line. So he can't be the primary defensive force. Nick Cody, I think, is going to have to play really good interior defense, as he has over this game stretch. That's been the most surprising thing about this team. All the guys couldn't play, suddenly found a higher defensive thing over the past 3 games.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Coach is going to maneuver with Matis, Nick Cody, and then trying to figure out what he's going to do with that point guard position. I understand what you're saying about Jordan Pope being able to play, but this is one of those things, and I said it the other day after we saw him at the end of the game where he was limping around. I said, this is where the Simeon Wilshire experiment needs to come to fruition, because they've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it, him to come out and play big in these moments. So it'll be interesting to see how that is going to work out as well. I text you every once in a while during the game. Here lately, it's been a little bit more frequent about what I see from Dalen Swain. And this is one of those games too, where I expect Dalen Swain to go back to that guy that was, obviously he was definitely efficient last week, but it was just moments in that game where I felt like he needed to take over the basketball game. What are your thoughts on how you've seen him progress throughout these NCAA tournament games?
Hardge, I agree with you. There's 2 ways I'm going to answer that question. One, I thought Sean Miller had said something interesting in a recent availability. I cannot remember if it was yesterday or earlier this week. We spoke to him in Austin. Sean, of course, is coached Dalen his entire career, and Sean was asked about Dalen's kind of need to kind of step up and be that guy offensively. And Sean said that Dalen, in moments, kind of leans on what he's comfortable with, and that's being a playmaker, right? And playmaker, as we know, is kind of a code word for, a jack of all trades, right? He's gonna assist here, a rebound there, a steal here, right? And those are valuable plays. And Dalen Swain has been a big part, a jack of all trades for Texas this year. But to your point, Hardge, he probably needs, or I should say Texas needs him to be a guy who can get 30, right? And the thing is, for people who may feel, oh man, and I've been in this category, right? That Dalen's not a natural scorer. I think that's true. However, and I'm sure both Mark and Hardge would agree with this as former athletes, once you've shown the ability to do it, right, then we're going to hold you to that standard, right? It's not as if Dalen, it's not as if you're asking for a mythical 30-point game he's never shown, but he's had those moments this year. So you just want him to go out and replicate and do that thing that he did earlier this year.
Right. And I'm right there with you. And that's why sometimes I'm like, there he go. There he go. He doing what I told you he shouldn't be doing. But then he goes out there and makes that big play, makes that big pass, and gets that rebound and makes things happen. So, yeah, I try to be a little bit more patient with him than I normally am in these situations. Your time out there, you've been around, you've seen a lot. What is the comfortability level of this basketball team when you watched them work out yesterday?
Yeah, no, listen, I think the group is comfortable. One of the questions I've gotten a lot is kind of the fatigue level, right? You know, if you do the math, Texas has traveled just since the end of the regular season over 6,800 miles, right? It's a lot of travel. So one of the questions I've gotten is,
it's like a wrestling schedule.
Yeah, Mark, I feel like you. I feel like going from Nashville to Austin to Dayton, Ohio to Portland. You know,
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
You know,
don't do that again.
Side note, Hard, you know, my better half doesn't watch this appearance, but she said, "Oh, they getting you at 5 a.m. I'm gonna get up and watch, see what you get into out there." I'm like, "Yo, what you no faith in me? My goodness." Nevertheless, to your point, Hard. No faith. She said, "I'm gonna watch the stream, see what you." No, I think the team is good. If fatigue were going to catch up with them, I thought it would have caught up with them for one from Dayton to Portland, right?
Yeah.
You know, because that was a quick turnaround. That was a one-day stretch. They've had a couple days to kind of recover, get their legs, and they've made the trip to the West Coast recently. It's not like it's the first trip. So I thought the energy level was good.
Awesome. Well, we'll appreciate you getting up. We'll tell her, hey, he is up. He did good.
Thank you much, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you getting up with us, man. I know it's early in the morning. Go get that workout in and then go take a nap before you have to head over to the arena today.
Hey, man, breakfast is on Hardge. Splurge.
Appreciate you, brother.
Of course, fellas, anytime.
There he is, Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can check him out and make sure you follow all of his work at Horns 247. But of course, you can follow him at Eric C. Henry _ on social. Coming up next, we're going to continue the conversations. Big matchups all over the place, but the Sweet 16 starts today. And we'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
It's Bucky and BK.
You know, sometimes I'm not quite focused as I should be because I'm worrying about my hand modeling career, even at 71 years old. I was a hand model in high school.
Did you get any NIL money when you started playing college ball?
No.
Not for your hands?
No, not for my hands. No, not at all.
Team didn't need a hand model?
Nobody in the Boston area needed a hand model at the time.
Weekdays from 5 to 7 on AM 1300 The Zone.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
New accident popping up in Travis, southbound on I-35 as you're approaching Breaker Lane. Stop-and-go traffic here to Palmer. Right now, about a 13 to 15-minute delay. Northbound on I-35 from Slaughter over to Stastny, that's going to be a 4-minute delay. Your travel time, 7 minutes. Adley Raza, Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Watch the best cornhole players in the world compete for the crown at the ACL Kansas City Signature Open. After intense competition, the top 4 players go head-to-head on ESPN2. Doubles airs Saturday, March 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Singles airs Sunday, March 29th at 6 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss the action as the game's best battle for the title. The ACL Kansas City Signature Open, all on ESPN2.
If you care about soccer,
You care about moments. And the road to 26 starts here this week, with test matches starting as we start hosting some of the biggest names in the sport. BetOnline is where real soccer betting lives. Global markets, sharp odds, and player props built for fans who follow more than just the headlines. BetOnline gives you live in-game wagering and in-game odds that shift with every goal, every card, every turning point. The road is long, and this is where the story starts. BetOnline. The game starts here.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. This is the highlight of my morning. Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
And you've got that nice golden fluffy egg
With a soft, flaky biscuit,
crispy bacon.
melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
It's Truck Month at Group 1 Ford of South Austin, where transparent pricing means no dealer add-ons. Get up to $16,000 off a 2025 F-150 or 0% for 60 months, or a brand new 2025 Ford Ranger for just $29,988. Group 1 Ford of South Austin, 5000 South I-35 Frontage Road, or Group1FordofSouthAustin.com. Up to $60,000 off on select 2025 Ford F-150 models. Includes dealer discount, package discount, retail, and bonus cash. Not all customers qualify for 0%. 2025 Ford Ranger includes dealer discount, bonus customer cash, and TM bonus cash. Offer ends March 31st, 2026.
It's getting wild on the court, and Specs has the assist to take this tournament to a legendary new level. You know the drill. Stock up on delicious finds for every tip-off, upset, and overtime thriller. When you score savings with Specs, it's nothing but net. Don't wait for the buzzer. Run the perfect play with Specs wines, spirits, and finer foods. The lowest prices in Texas.
From the audio-visual consultation studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio Did You Know? Presented by iHeartRadio. You know, what you're listening to right now. Did you know that iHeartRadio makes it incredibly easy to always be up to date on your favorite podcast? When you find a favorite, make sure to tap that follow button. Yep, just like on Instagram. So if you figured that out, you got this. Hit that follow and you'll get notifications as soon as new episodes drop. Your followed podcasts are collected in your library for instant access, and we'll download the latest episodes right to your phone so you don't have to stream them, and you can listen offline without the internet. And you get all this for the low, low price of free. Yep. If you're looking for that great podcast experience, you don't need another app. We've got all that covered for you free with iHeartRadio. #1 for music, radio, and podcasting, all in one app.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Eric Henry of Horns 247. Make sure you follow him at Eric C. Henry _ on social media. It's tournament time, and man, I cannot wait for all these games to get started. We're back up. We're in the Sweet 16, and everything starts tonight as the Texas Longhorns tip off at 6:10 on CBS. But you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. Purdue and Texas, followed by Nebraska. The Cornhuskers continuing that road to the Elite Eight in the Final Four, but first they have to get through the Iowa Hawkeyes. That game tips off at 6:30 Central Time. That will be on TBS, followed by the Arizona Wildcats and the Arkansas Razorbacks. obviously the Texas Longhorn game is the game of the night, but the second game that I'll be paying attention to is Arizona versus Arkansas. Darius Acuff Jr., my pick to win the tournament, Arizona Wildcats. That game tips off at 8:45 following the Texas Longhorn game on CBS. And then the Houston Cougars will tip off at 9 o'clock versus the Fighting Illini on TBS. So action-packed Thursday night basketball. Plus, you got Texas baseball. Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle will be joining us in the next segment, talking all things Texas baseball. So we have a lot of Texas athletics that are going on today.
Hardge, I had somebody recently call me, hey, Mark, do you have a hookup in Houston for the tournament games? Like, no, there is no such a thing
as a hookup.
A hookup for the NCAA tournament?
Yeah.
Like, go on SeatGeek, sold out or something and get the tickets. Like, why call me? I don't play basketball. What's wrong with people, man? Hey, man, you want to drop about $700 for me?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, I'm good on that. I don't have that kind of time right now when it comes to that. So yeah, that's some funny stuff right there. Mark, you got to hook up on some tickets. If I did, it would not be for you.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do it for like one of our listeners, somebody that love our show, or
No,
or
you gonna
us.
do it for us. I'm like, what you talking about, man? Here you go again.
Me?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Mark is like me. I want to go to Houston anyway.
That's right. I'm trying to get down there.
Give me a chance to see the fam.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm all about that. Speaking of heading to Houston, our guy Ike is on his way to H-Town right now to go watch.
Ike going?
Yeah, he's going to opening day. Opening day is today.
Okay.
So the Houston Astros, he's got season tickets to the Stros.
What's up, H-Town?
Yeah, what's up, H-Town? So they're going to make things happen down there. But yes, so today it kicks off the NCAA tournament, and an exciting time here on the 40 acres. I've seen a lot of people talking about this time of year where both teams, the men and women will tip off on Saturday at 2 o'clock. We'll be talking to Fran Harris at 8:17 for our Legends of the Locker Room segment to catch up with the Texas women.
I'm excited for that.
Texas men continue to do their thing. Texas softball, they have a huge series in the Cotton Holdings Lone Star Showdown between Texas A&M this weekend. So it's a busy weekend. Texas baseball, we'll talk to Coach Schlossnagle in just a minute, talking about their matchup against Oklahoma. That starts tonight. So there is a lot going on when it comes to the 40 acres. And if you missed our conversation yesterday with Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte, get over to our podcast page, wherever you get your podcast, and definitely want to listen to that. So
yeah, that was worth the listen. He gave us a lot of time, and there was a lot of really good nuggets of information for the Texas fan base.
Well, speaking of tickets, we're going to give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets. Nope, not to the Houston. Nope, not to Texas and OU, but to the Dallas Wings and the Las Vegas Aces that will be playing May the 3rd at the Moody Center. Here's the key word of the day, but you got to use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Get over to AM 1300 The Zone, tap that red microphone, and leave the key word of the day, buzzer. Buzzer is your key word for an opportunity to win a pair of tickets to go see the Dallas Wings versus the Las Vegas Aces May the 3rd at the Moody Center. You want to stay locked in all day long. Mark, you said something earlier about the way that people are predicting as the Texas matchup against Purdue. A lot of folks don't see this as a good matchup for the University of Texas, but I'm with you when I look at it. And all Texas has to continue to do is play fundamentally sound basketball.
And not make mistakes.
And I've noticed, too, that Sean Miller, when Texas gets the ball on offense, he's slowing them down enough that it kind of changes the pace of the basketball game, which is a great thing. And Texas is still putting up big numbers in these matchups. So this is where the coaching between Painter and Miller is going to be the key of what's going on.
And can you execute what you plan?
And their point guard is one hell of a point guard. He makes big decisions. He makes the smart decisions. And he is actually up for the Naismith Player of the Year. He was a semifinalist for that. And he plays the way Sean Miller likes it, and that's to get the ball. I think I know a kid like that likes to give assists out too. Go ahead on, DJ. When we come back, we'll talk to our guy, Coach Jim Schlossnagle, as Texas baseball has a huge series at the Dish, and he wants you to make sure that you're there. Coach Schlossnagle coming up next, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
Imagine if every child learned kindness the way they learn math or reading. At kindness.org, our Learn Kind curriculum is a free science-backed K-8 social-emotional learning program designed to build self-awareness, empathy, and relationship skills through inquiry and real-world kindness. With just $25, you become a kind maker, giving 10 children access to Learn Kind and helping shape kinder classrooms across the country. It is simple, it is powerful, and it starts with you. Visit kindness.org to join the Kind Maker campaign. Teach kindness, spread kindness, become a kind maker.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit mapquest.com.
On MLB opening day, baseball isn't just back. It's back on NBC and Peacock. And leading off, it's a coast-to-coast doubleheader. First, the Pirates take on the Mets in NYC. Then in primetime, the Diamondbacks visit the World Series champion Dodgers. Let's start the show. MLB is back on NBC and Peacock. Today, 1 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. They can't stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m., though. They can help you sell, they can help you market, and they can help you hire in one place. They cannot help you be in 3 places at one time, though. And while they can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business at LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/Dan Patrick Show.
Hardge here, and it's March Madness at Cover Ford Hutto. This month, the savings are heating up, and the competition doesn't stand a chance. Right now, score $13,991 off MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 Lightning Flash. Or drive away with a slam dunk and save $11,583 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. See dealer for details. Get championship-level trucks and SUVs backed by the legendary Covert Family Service. That's Covert Ford Hutto right off of 79 in Hutto. CovertFordHutto.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com
Got a hot take?
Read the room.
Don't let it die in the group chat. Tap the red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app and join the show.
Love the show, but I disagree with you guys.
It's the fastest way to get your voice on the air. Say it, send it, and hear it on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball Hardge, WWE Hall of Famer and world's strongest man, the Mark Henry. And, of course, Marcus behind the boards. And joining us, as he always does for his time on Thursday, is the head coach of the #2 ranked Texas Longhorns. He is our guy, Coach Jim Schlossnagle. Coach Schlossnagle is ready to go, and the Red River rivalry is taking place today. And it got moved up a day. And it wasn't moved up. It's part of the schedule, but it's a unique situation that we have a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday day matchup between the Horns and the Sooners. Welcome, Coach.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Always good to talk to you. I know that there's we heard a little frustration from Tuesday night after the loss in Houston. Just didn't find a way to get it done, get out to a 7-0 lead and end up losing 9-7. But it's always good, and that's the beautiful thing about baseball. You get a short memory because you're right back at it tonight versus a big-time rival in a top 10 matchup.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, Tuesday was super frustrating. We only had 3 hits, but we had scored 7 runs or whatever it was, and felt like we would be able to get out of there with a win, but we didn't pitch well enough and make a play or two that we normally make or have made this point to win the ball game. And credit Houston for swinging the bats, coming back. So normally the short weeks are they're not ideal because it gets us a little bit out of our routine. But in this scenario, you definitely want to get back on the field as soon as you can. And you got great weather, a lot going on around campus and basketball team and different things going on. Hopefully our fans will show up tonight for, OU series, which is going to be really fun. They have a great team. They're off to a great start, beating the Aggies 2 out of 3 and then going down to LSU and winning 2 out of 3 on the road. So Skip Johnson has a great club, and it's going to be really exciting baseball.
Coach, what's the next step to get the bullpen to be able to come back and fix the ills that happened in Houston?
Yeah, I think on one hand, we certainly have to figure out the right guys. I mean, guys they have to perform better, and then there may be some other guys we need to put in some different roles. We're 20-4. It's just that 3 of our 4 losses obviously are games we had in hand, and they're all in about the last 10 days, right? And so 2 of them are Friday night conference games that you just can't let them slip away. And so it tastes probably worse than it actually is. But at the same time, we all know that that we have to be better. We just have to be better. And so, we're really gonna look at some different guys and some different roles to be honest with you, and we'll see. I mean, we're not moving any starters or anything like that, but we're gonna see what some of these other guys can do and kind of take it from there.
It's kind of interesting that you say that, Coach, because you just mentioned your starters. Your starters, Ruger Riojas, Luke Harrison, and Dylan Volantis are sitting at 10-0 with a great ERA in the ones. And then obviously trying to figure out what you're going to do in the middle and on the back end is very, very important. But some of the guys that have been able to step up and I've been very impressed with, obviously, Sam Cozart, the big man, you've been giving him some opportunities in the weekend. And Crossland, he's somebody that I know that early in the season you were talking about him, and now getting into the crux of what's going on, he's starting to show some intensity while he's out on the mound.
Yeah, those guys are both, we talked about those guys before the season started. Yep. You and I personally talked about them in the fall and the spring and what they're capable of doing. And he didn't show it as much in the second inning the other night, but Brody Walls is super talented too. And we're really missing Michael Winter and don't really know when we'll get him back. But yeah, Crosland and Cozart, that we didn't even take them down to Houston on Tuesday night. I wanted them to have, great night of sleep and great rest because we'll certainly lean on those guys. Hayden LeFew's been really good. Grubbs has been great. Ethan Walker's been super consistent in terms of at least throwing strikes. And so, we have pieces down there, and Burns has proven to us that he can do it. And just, there are slumps on the mound the way there are at the plate. And sometimes it's just a mental thing that guys have to get past. It's part of being a young amateur player that is learning how to move past that. Because as you know, Mike, this game will just absolutely eat you alive if you're not mentally able to handle, the frustrations or the adversity. So, but these guys are built for it, man. I believe in them. We're gonna do well. Just gotta stay healthy, and if we can do that, we'll have a great season.
Coach, your guys jumped out to a 7-point lead, and that was eclipsed. How do you get the guys to keep playing, even though you have a big lead, and you want to get more runs? Yeah,
I think our guys, we talk about standard over scoreboard all the time, and I think even when we had scored 7 runs, we still didn't have many hits. Now we hit some balls decent. We had some good at bats. We didn't finish. We just needed one hit. We would need maybe Ethan Mendoza got that big hit, 2-out double. Robbins just missed a couple pitches with the wind blowing out. Kenny, we were trying to give him a night off. So not having that, in there definitely affected us. But at the end of the day, our players know that you have to keep your eyes off the scoreboard and you have to keep playing. And if you leave the door cracked open, more often than not, someone's going to come through it. So, not pretty, but we got to get back after it tonight.
Yep. You talked about Oklahoma and what they bring to the table. This is a team, as I said, this is a first top 10 matchup between Texas and OU since 2009. And Skip Johnson and his squad always comes ready to go. They play with a lot of speed. And obviously you need Carson Tenney back in there to kind of negate some of that.
Yeah, I think, Skip's a great coach. They're always pitch. Any team, whether it goes back to Navarro Junior College, certainly Texas and Oklahoma. And then, their offense can create a lot of chaos if you let it. And you have to stay committed to executing pitches when you're pitching. And then, we do a pretty good job most of the time with our what you call leg time, how long it takes the pitcher to get the ball to home plate. Most stolen bases are off the pitcher, not the catcher. But then you got to be able to handle the baseball. And if they get a good bunt down, you can't sling it and throw it away and make cause more problems. So we did okay against them last year on the road, but they certainly were going to put a lot of pressure on you. And then you start thinking about all that stuff, and you leave a pitch in the middle of the plate, and they have power too. They're good. This is an Omaha team, Omaha caliber team, just like we are. And this is another weekend in the SEC, playing a great team. The difference is the style of play, and that's good because it prepares you. If we're fortunate enough to earn the way into the postseason, then we will have seen everything there is to see. The thing we need this weekend is the atmosphere. We need our fans because the atmosphere we experienced last week was amazing, like incredible in Auburn, and I know our players are looking forward to that, having that at home.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and not only in Auburn, but you in Houston, it seemed like people were almost in your dugout at one point. I was like, I know Coach Schlossnagle was looking around like, how close are these people to us right now?
Not as close as they were at Auburn. People, the way their setup is at a couple. They have their club section literally in your dugout, like literally right next to me is the thankfully are really nice people, really nice. Some of the bigger donors at Auburn, very, just great people. But yeah, the fans, these days, the stadiums are built closer to the field. And believe me, as the opposing coach, I've had a few choice words said to me in that third base dugout over there in the dish balk. So
nobody trying to give you advice.
Yeah, advice in a lot of different areas of my life. But no, they're great. It's part of it, and some of them are our own fans. Our own fans are passionate, and that's okay too, man. Believe me, nobody's trying to lose the ball games. We're trying to win them all.
No doubt about it. Coach, before we let you go, you talk about this and you make your players live through this every single day. Every day is opening day, so you get another opportunity. But you have some of your former players that are going to experience opening day today. Some may have even experienced it last night. What does opening day mean to you when you get a chance to see some of your former players live out their dreams and their goals that you kind of helped them along the way?
Yeah, just so excited. It's it's the ultimate for an individual thing for players to play in the major leagues, and then opening day is just something. I think it should be national holiday. Obviously, I'm biased towards baseball, but just one of those days where you want to take it all in. There's hope for almost every team, and it's kind of the rite of spring, between spring training and then getting out there and playing a ball game and in the big leagues. I mean, there's certainly. I mean, I've never experienced it, probably never will experience it. Certainly won't as a player, but I love it for our former players, and excited for them to experience that.
Well, as always, man, we thank you for taking the time. I know it's a different
Coach.
week with the game moved up to Thursday and being part of the schedule. And I think you have another one next week, if I'm not mistaken, because of Easter, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we these things, with the schedule comes out, and then ESPN gets to, and the SEC network, they get to pick and choose which one, series they want to move to have some television audience on a Thursday night, and then Easter the coaches get to pick. And then we'll the very last weekend of the regular season is always a Thursday series. So we normally have 3 to 4 a year.
Yeah. Well, best of luck today and obviously through the rest of the weekend. And we'll be out at the ballpark getting ready for this big matchup, top 10 matchup between the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Get out to the ballpark, folks. Thanks, Coach.
Take care. Hook 'em.
All right. There he is, Coach Jim Schlossnagle, getting ready for Texas versus Oklahoma. As you heard, the rotation stays the same. It's just that Ruger Riojas will go today instead of tomorrow. Luke Harrison tomorrow and Dylan Volantis on Saturday. Coming up next, Fran Harris talks all thing Texas women's basketball. And there was some expansion in the NBA right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Text Texas, followed by your message to 81530 to chat along with your favorite sports radio AM 1300 The Zone hosts. That's Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply.
We honor the biggest stars from all genres of music that you love listening to all year long.
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox tonight, starting at 7 p.m. And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Trashy is a proud partner of the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. This spring, turn your closet clutter into rewards with the Take Back Bag. Learn more and get started at trashy.io.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Things are starting to pick up all across Austin. Southbound on I-35 at 290. Road debris is blocking the right lane. I-35 northbound at McNeil. An accident there is also blocking the right lane. And southbound I-35 at Onion Creek Parkway. Road debris is blocking the left lane. I'm Lee Razzle with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
Hey, sports fans, Craig Way here. On the field, injuries can take even the best out of the game. But when you're sidelined because of someone's negligence, that's when you call the legal MVP, Dan Christensen.
Thanks, Craig. At DJC Law, we tackle the tough cases so clients can focus on recovery. And that's why we have a 99% win rate.
If you're injured in a wreck, call 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999 or teamjustice.com. Principal office, Austin, Texas.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker. Bring out the good.
It's Bowen. Join Matt and me on our podcast, Las Culturistas, where we talk to Nicole Kidman, Kristen Wiig, and so many more. Download and listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Spring, summer, fall, and winter. The 4 seasons of life. What's the best one of them all? The 5th season, grilling season. Heartland Steakco has perfected grilling season no matter where you live. From their family favorites package that includes USDA choice ribeyes, strip steaks, and their famous ham balls, to their Grill Master package, which is loaded up with Iowa pork chops, premium steak burgers, and much more. Heartland Steakco brings that true Midwest flavor right to your table. Perfect for backyard barbecues, weeknight dinners, or sending gifts of great taste. They've got you covered. At Heartland Steakco, you're getting premium Midwestern meats, hand-cut, hand-picked, and delivered straight to your door. Ordering is easy at heartlandsteakco.com. And right now, when you spend $175 or more, you'll get 2 8-ounce USDA choice filet mignons with promo code FILET26. Go and get your 2 free 8-ounce filet mignons from heartlandsteakco.com. That's heartlandsteakco.com. Promo code FILET26. Taste the Heartland difference.
Are you running for office and have a message you want every voter in your district to hear? Well, that's where radio comes in. Radio is your direct line to morning commuters, midday grinders, and late nighters. Radio puts your message right where your voters are. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Be on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
Right now at Steel Round Rock GMC, the road to a new GMC has never been better. You get the Steel Standard, over $1,400 of protection for free, plus huge discounts, like $13,000 off 2026 GMC 1500s or $5,000 off 2026 GMC Canyons. We've also made it easier than ever to find a vehicle to fit your budget, like a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 lease for just $249 a month, because everything we do is driven by you. Steel GMC in Round Rock. GMC. We are professional grade.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff, and you know exactly what it is. We've had this young lady on the show multiple times. She does it all. She's a WNBA champion. She's an NCAA champion. You see her on the sidelines doing games. She does it all, but we are joined by lifetime Longhorn Fran Harris. And Fran, let me just tell you this. I'm sorry that I missed the Austin Sports Journal Awards show that day, but I could just imagine how you and Mark handled business that day.
Austin Sports Awards. Austin Sports Awards, branded in your brain. We had a good time. We were good stewards of our church. We didn't hold people too long, but we preached. We definitely preached, and we had a good time. Right, Mark?
We did. No collection plate was passed.
I love it. I love it. Well, Fred, let's get into it. This Texas women's basketball team has been resilient all year. They've been well coached. But the thing that stands out to me, and our good friend Ann Parker Coleman did a story about this the other day, and they became a sisterhood and not co-workers. And Breonna Preston said that. And that stood out to me because you can actually see the joy that they have playing for and with each other.
Really interesting. That's an interesting comparison or analogy for what they've become. And you can always tell when a team has that something extra. I mean, we've all played on teams where you went to work and you didn't see those people. You didn't see those people till you went to work another time and the next day. And so you can tell when it transitions into something more meaningful. And I've certainly witnessed that with the Texas women's basketball team for sure.
Fran, I always talk about Rory because Rory is such a dominant force in my opinion.
Mhm.
We always have to put you up there. I mean, when you start talking about the greatest Longhorns in basketball, can you mention Rory in that conversation now?
Absolutely. I mean, she's taken over two of the most important categories, steals and assists. So she delivers the basketball after she goes and steals the basketball from somebody. And Rory's been that girl, if you will, since she got on campus, since she got to the 40. Starting as a freshman, running the show from beginning, came off of, high school career that was fantastic, has always spent a lot of time honing her craft. And now we're starting to see her really, really come into her own before she heads to the pros. But yeah, Rory's definitely, I mean, she's passed my point guard, and to pass my point guard, Cammy Etheridge, and passing the torch to Rory says, tremendous amount. Cammy was a Wade Trophy winner. I mean, MVP of the final, almost near the Final Four. So we have an opportunity to watch history being made, and Rory's certainly in that category.
Will these Longhorn women's be defined with having a great team, or do they need to win this national championship?
Oh, that's a really good question, because it's hard to say that a team that's been as dominant as Texas has been since Vic Schaefer got to Texas is not the greatest of all time, but let's keep it a buck. We've all played on teams that won championships that were really great, and we played on teams that were really great that never won championships. And I think the general consensus is, to be among the greatest teams, you have to win the chip. You have to ultimately win. That doesn't mean that what you did was for naught. It doesn't mean it wasn't significant. It certainly is. But we remember the teams that win it all. Do y'all remember my team when I was a sophomore at Texas? No, because we didn't win it all. You don't remember that team. You remember my senior year because we went the distance and won the national championship.
Fran, I wanted to ask you this, because I'll get back to the Rory conversation again a little bit later, but I want to talk about what Madison Booker has truly become here at the University of Texas. And you look at what she did each year, she's gotten better and better. We're in a time where NIL is so pertinent and everybody's always talking about it. And here she is now with a signature shoe, Kevin Durant endorsing her and doing the things that women in your time were not able to see. But what she's been able to do this year, gotten better in the SEC, continued to play great. And for her to not be part of the Naismith Award finalists is something that kind of goes away. Is she getting, I don't want to say the Michael Jordan treatment, because every year Michael could have been the MVP. We know that. Been the SEC Player of the Year. She's been the Big 12 Player of the Year. She could be the National Player of the Year every year. But is it disappointing to not see her name as a Naismith finalist?
Well, it's interesting because at the beginning of the season, I felt like Maddie was kind of taking the back seat. Sometimes as a leader, you let the people around you get their greatness, and then you come in because you're going to get yours. You can come in and just turn it on when you want. And I think Maddie did that a little bit too much when the season started. She just kind of sat back, chilled in the cut, let okay, you get your 10, and then I'll ultimately end up with 25 and 12, right? She would ultimately play really well. But I really think that hurt her. I think most people expect superstars to be like a Hannah Hidalgo, who literally, when we jump up the ball, y'all already know what's going down. Y'all know how fantastic I'm going to be. Off the bus, I'm coming in to dominate at 5'7" or whatever she is. And I saw Maddie kind of take a back seat. Again, I will say, as a leader on my team, sometimes you do that. You do that because okay. But I think it hurt her. And when it comes to the awards, definitely people are looking for flash and the most dominant performance on the stat sheet. And Maddie has shifted. If y'all been watching like the last maybe 12 games, it's been, I'm shooting this thing. I'm coming out here. I'm coming out here 2 seconds after we get the first possession. I'm shooting, and I'm watching her either in the arena or at home, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly what Texas needs. And Maddie has to do that because she needs to set the tempo and make sure that she's a threat when she hits the floor.
This is gonna come across as very. I ain't right.
I think we all understand.
I like Hannah Hidalgo because of her aggressiveness, and her arrogance.
Yes.
And when they played Texas last year, she kicked Texas rear end. And I want Maddie to do that.
Yes.
Have a disrespect for the other competitors. If she can do it just 10, 15 minutes a game and have that attitude, they'll blow teams out, which they already are.
I think we saw that against Oregon, wouldn't you say? I mean, you talked about it. As soon as the ball tipped, she went to work. She got busy in that game against Oregon with the 40 burger.
And I love the fact that Coach Vic told her several times this season, shoot the three. You're open. And she did. Whenever she got the green light to do it, she knocked them down plus 40%.
Yeah. No, Mark, I love that. I love the words you use. I love the arrogance because most people think it is a negative trait, and it is not. It is not. You have to step on the floor and think, if you give me any space, I am dusting that ass. I am going to. And I like the word disrespect because that is Hannah Hidalgo. She is disrespectful. And I love every single bit of it, man, because she comes out there.
I'll draft her.
Yes. And this is literally, someone asked me the similar question at the beginning of the season. I said, if Maddie Booker doesn't start becoming more disrespectful, Texas is not going to get to the national title game. They're not going to get there because she's just that good. And so there's no reason for her to sit back and wait. What starts to happen in scouts' minds, and y'all know this as professional athletes, is that they start to think maybe you're not a gamer. They start to think that maybe you don't want the moment. You can't shine in that moment. And so you need to put all that to doubt. You need to put all that doubt to rest. And Maddie's done that certainly for the last 12 games.
We're talking to lifetime Longhorn Fran Harris. And Fran, I want to go back to the Rory conversation. And we've talked about Rory a lot here on this show. Mark's favorite subject every time we get a chance to talk about her.
She's a culture bringer. I can't help it.
But my point being, what she's been able to achieve at the University of Texas will go down in the record books, and she's been recognized as that. But the one question that needs to be answered is that national championship. If Rory is able to achieve that feat, she automatically goes up into the rafters.
Yeah,
I'm curious to it because she won the national championship. She didn't get a National Player of the Year. She didn't get those awards that automatically put you in there. Has she achieved enough to be able to receive that recognition, even if this team falls short?
I think so. I would say if we look back at the teams I played on at Texas, specifically maybe my junior and senior year when the USA national team circuit was still a really big part. When we did well as Texas, even when we didn't win the championship, we still played on those USA national teams. After we won the championship, 6 of us were in training camp for the Olympics. So it does something for your stock whether it's playing professionally, because that's available now. It wasn't available then. We had to go overseas. But when you excel at the highest level at a school, at the university like the University of Texas, not only do you cement yourself in our record books, but internationally, globally, professionally, then you become a different commodity and a different type of valuable player. And I think that's what Rory has the opportunity to do. And candidly, I mean, nobody's saying this, like Vic has made sure that Rory and Maddie have played plenty of minutes to break plenty of records. Let's call the thing a thing, because I'm sitting there looking at games like, why are they still in the game? Why are Rory and Maddie still in the game? We're up 40 points. We're up 30 points, and some people have a different perspective about that. But I think a part of it is for them to cement these records. When you're 20 from the record and regular season's almost over, let her get it. Let her get that. Go ahead and let her get that and break Cammie's record or break my record in scoring or break, whatever. And I think that's what we're seeing with Rory and Maddie. But Rory is that player who, your point guard, when they play the way she plays, gritty, tough on defense, a lot of passion with a lot of passion, then that tends to be the brand of your program. And we have definitely followed in Rory's footsteps as her brand builds the entire Texas Longhorn brand on the court.
Friend, all of these women playing today owe a great debt. Do you think that they realize what Hardge just said, that during your time, and you mentioned it during your time, that it wasn't like that with the shoes and with the endorsement deals and with the money and so forth and so on? Do they understand who a Fran Harris, a Lynette Woodard, even
Cheryl Miller, Cheryl Miller, Cheryl Swoops.
Cheryl Miller, Do they understand what y'all did?
Your boy, y'all going to church today, because these are not fluff questions.
Play the music. We go to church on here. Hard to go to church.
Y'all going to church today? Absolutely not. I mean, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, absolutely not. I do not think, and it's not just our women's basketball team. I think this generation of athletes has no idea the debt that y'all paid for them to be where they are. They have absolutely no idea. And I'll give you an example. The last couple of weeks there was something on campus with Bill Gurley and Matthew McConaughey. It was on the 40, and I went to that. It's like, I don't know, 400 people were there sitting at the back of the auditorium, and two women's basketball players came in. I will not say who they are. I will say who one of them is. Sarah Graves, who is a walk-on. You guys, everybody knows Sarah Graves. She's the most popular girl on campus. So Sarah walks in. I will not say who was with her, but Sarah came in, and Sarah goes, "Fran," and I go, "Hey, Sarah, how are you?" And then the person she was with, her teammate, kind of looked at me like she didn't know who I was, because she didn't know who I was. And Sarah goes, "That's Fran Harris." And she kind of gives her a little game. And then the person comes over, the teammate comes over and shakes my hand, says, "Great to meet you." And I'm saying to myself, just to keep it a buck, there is no way you don't know who I am. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way football people coming on campus, don't know who you guys are. It's like, it's the strangest thing to me, because we were so aware of the people who came before us.
Yes.
When we played, because our coaches made sure that we knew who they were. But for me to have that experience literally 2 weeks ago, I was like, great question again. No, they have no idea who we are. They have no idea the debt that's been paid by us and the women before us. And that's unfortunate, because I do believe until you can truly understand how you got to the place where you got to, that you stand the chance of messing it up. You don't really understand the hallowed ground that you stand on. And that's not just at the University of Texas with our athletes. I think that's all over the country.
I would agree with you 100%. And
Wow,
I think
we
it's
can have
something
Fran on for hours.
I think one of the most important things that a coach should do is have an educational class for those that came before you and what's going on, because for your team to be a national champion, go have the perfect record and people not truly understand it. Because I've been into a practice and I've heard Vic talk about, people don't really give us enough credit for winning 34 games. Look at that up there. Well, the other part of it is there is a history lesson that needs to be given when it comes to type of things. So recognize everyone that comes in there.
Hang the pictures on the wall.
Yeah, let them know who really laid the foundation for a lot of this, because Vince Young still gets talked about, but there were other guys before Vince Young that did a lot as well. So it's recency bias, as we like to call it.
Absolutely.
Fran, as always, we love talking to you, but before we let you go, two things. Number one, you saw the expansion that has happened in the NBA. Las Vegas, Seattle is going to happen. And the other question is, does Texas do it and win the national championship this year?
I'm going to throw one question back before I answer that. Did y'all see the South Carolina Texas game in the SEC Conference Championship?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If we play like that, yes, without a doubt, it doesn't matter who we play. We are bidding for that title. Connecticut is a whole different thing. They don't get rattled very much, but I believe every team is beatable. We've been ranked number 1 and got beat in the first round of regional. Right. So everybody can be beaten, but you got to play at a certain level. You got to understand the play, the competitive field that you're playing on. And with Connecticut, South Carolina, because I think those two will make it to the Final Four along with Texas. I don't know who the fourth one is going to be, but if Texas plays the way it played in the Southeast Conference Championship game, without a doubt, we're hooking them.
Love it. Love it. As always, we thank you for taking the time. We appreciate you. And education is most important. It's key to letting people know, hey, don't forget about us. We was perfect in the championships.
Hey.
Thank you, Fran. Have a great day.
Hyping us up. Thank you. Love you guys.
Appreciate it. There she is, Fran Harris, doing her thing as always. Coming up next, we'll figure out what we're going to do with this World's Strongest Take, because I know we went over once again. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeart Radio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Good morning. Northbound on I-35 at McNeil. An accident here is blocking the right lane. Southbound on I-35 at Onion Creek Parkway. Still got that road debris blocking the left lane there. Southbound on I-35 approaching Breakers. Some good news. That accident has been cleared. I believe Raza with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Text Now.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Text Now asks, what do you need? It's app-first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stopped asking for permission. Download today.
What's going on, guys? This is Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. And let me tell you, I got a chance to go and visit Rowdy Cowboy. The food was spectacular. And yes, I tried almost everything. Come on out. You will be amazed. So get yourself out to the Rowdy Cowboy and make it your new home for sports, food, and all-around entertainment. Rowdy Cowboy is in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 Loop.
Get ready, Austin. The Dallas Wings take on the Las Vegas Aces live at Moody Center on May 3rd. Don't miss this WNBA preseason showdown. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
You know that water in our lakes is a precious resource that we can all work together as a community to save. Austin Water offers simple ways to use less and make a big impact around your home and yard. Find your watering day, explore rebates, and get more tips at austinwater.org.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Albuquerque, only on Paramount Plus.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit mapquest.com.
Hi, this is Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations. Today's home electronics can be a bit daunting. My company has spent the last 38 years making sure they are not. We carry all major brands of television and stereo equipment at prices you can't find in stores, and you don't have to leave your house. We come to you. I believe in having fun and dreaming big. If you have a dream for your home entertainment, let me know. I can make that dream come true. Anything from theaters to multi-room audio systems, lighting control, computer networks, hell, even golf simulators. We cultivate clients for a lifetime by treating everyone like their family. And we provide everything at incredibly competitive prices and install it seamlessly into your home. So relax, hug your kids, make love to your wife, and smile. Then give us a call at 512-255-8678. It's 512-255-8678 or online at avconsultations.com.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Partly cloudy today with a high around 90, upper 80s for a high tomorrow. Cooler on Saturday, highs only in the low 70s with a slight chance of rain.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
Prediction markets talk outcomes. Bet Online puts odds behind them. For decades, bettors have trusted Bet Online for accurate lines, deep prop markets, and real action across every major market. Get the latest odds, live props, and in-game wagering throughout the year. Bet Online. The game starts here.
College basketball back in the spotlight. March Hoops will have everyone talking.
That game was unbelievable.
Whose brackets are busted?
Cinderella stories and buzzer beaters that make history. Yes! Lock into Fox Sports Radio as your #1 preset on the iHeart Radio app. Plus, binge on demand podcasts for more coverage with the Dan Patrick Show, The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Their front line looks like an NBA front line.
And more. Search college basketball on the iHeart Radio app to stay in the know.
At Wheelchairs for Warriors, serving America's heroes is our mission. With your support, we serve veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty across the United States of America, providing them custom fit, complex rehab mobility solutions to ensure they rejoin their lives at the highest level of independent mobility and function possible. Join the mission at wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
WWE Hall of Famer, World's Strongest Man, Mark Henry is going to bring you the shortest World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
All right.
Yep.
You know what time it is?
Tell me.
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Because back then they didn't know me. Now that I'm hot, they all on me. Guys, another take is going to be a quick one. My take is what we were talking about already, is the love and respect for what came before you. We just had Fran Harris on, and I don't think that enough athletes know that you're only going to go as far as where you've been. And my take is this. I'm putting it on the coaches. I'm putting it on the coaches to say, hey, I need y'all to go today and look up the 1984 team of the Texas Longhorns football.
As she said, it don't even just need to be Texas. It's universal. Do your research at every school.
Yeah,
Because
at every
there's
school, but I'm talking about Texas because this is where we are. Like, put the stars on the board, all the record holders, so people know who to go and pay homage to. And that's my take.
Yeah, it definitely needs to happen. When we come back, we're going to talk about what is going on. Texas men's basketball playing in the Sweet 16. Texas baseball playing against Oklahoma. And Texas softball, they got a big matchup too. We're going to talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Come on.
UT football, basketball, and baseball.
All in one station for all. This is why I listen. 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Good morning. Northbound on I-35 at McNeil. An accident here is blocking the right lane. Southbound on I-35 at Onion Creek Parkway. Still got that road debris blocking the left lane there. Southbound on I-35 approaching Breakers. Some good news. That accident has been cleared. I'm Lee Raza with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
The Global Gaming League is presented by Atlas Earth, the fun cashback app.
Hey, it's Howie Mandel, and I am inviting you to witness history as me and my Howie Do It gaming team take on Gilly the King and Wallow 267's $1 million gaming in an epic Global Gaming League video game showdown, plus a halftime performance by multi-platinum artist Travie McCoy. Watch all the action and see who wins and advances to the championship match right now at globalgamingleague.com. That's globalgamingleague.com.
In partnership with Level Up Expo.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's getting wild on the court, and Specs has the assist to take this tournament to a legendary new level. You know the drill. Stock up on delicious finds for every tip-off, upset, and overtime thriller. When you score savings with Specs, it's nothing but net. Don't wait for the buzzer. Run the perfect play with Specs wines, spirits, and finer foods. The lowest prices in Texas.
Steel Hyundai and Kyle is your destination for transparent pricing and customer value, plus the Steel Standard. We add over $1,400 of protection for free. Drive home a sleek new 2026 Hyundai Elantra SE lease for just $199 a month, or upgrade to the versatile 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE lease for only $259 a month. Plus, every new Hyundai comes backed by America's Best Warranty of 10-year, 100,000-mile and owner assurance. Everything we do is driven by you. Steel Hyundai and Kyle or SteelHyundaiKyle.com.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
The road to a national championship starts now, and every game matters. Download the new DraftKings Predictions app and make real money predictions on all the March tournament matchups. There's always something to predict. Will a one seed stay dominant? Will a Cinderella story bust brackets? Who survives and advances? Make your pick before tip-off or jump in live as the action unfolds. DraftKings Predictions is a new, easy-to-use app to predict the outcomes of sports and real-world events. Now available in California, Texas, Florida, and other states. Download DraftKings Prediction app today with code AM1300. New customers trade $5 and get 50 predictions dollars with promo code AM1300. Don't just feel it, predict it with DraftKings Predictions. The crown is yours. DraftKings Predictions is a CFTC registered introducing broker. Event contract trading involves substantial risk of loss. One per new customer. Opt-in required. Non-withdrawable predictions dollars expire in 1 year. Ends April 6, 2026. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. See terms at dkng.co/predictions promo.
On MLB opening day, baseball isn't just back, it's back on NBC and Peacock. And leading off, it's a coast-to-coast doubleheader. First, the Pirates take on the Mets in NYC. Then in primetime, the Diamondbacks visit the World Series champion Dodgers. Let's start the show. MLB is back on NBC and Peacock. Today, 1 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Tapper past the glove of Gutierrez. Next to the bag at second, Leanne Good picks it up and snaps off a throw to first in time. The payoff pitch. Martinez shoots it to the left side. A diving stop by the third baseman who throws it away. Now Anderson breaking for the plate, and she scores as that one thrown away by Hood toward third base, trying to get the force, and the Longhorns are on the board. Thrown away at third here. Atwood swings, hits it high and deep to center field. Way back. Goodbye. Tied ball game. Stewart hits it high and deep to right center. That's deep, and that's gone, and Texas leads. 2-1. Lifted into right. Maloney going back, reaches up and makes the catch. The runner was off the bag, went back to tag. Now the throw from Good to Nichols in time, and that's the ball game.
The Texas Longhorns softball team continues their winning ways as they beat Texas State last night 3-2. Texas continues with a 27-game win streak, and it gets even better this weekend. Texas will be taking on the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies starting tomorrow night, 6 p.m. over at Red and Charlene McCombs Field, and it will be on SEC Network Plus. The Cotton Holdings Long Star Showdown will be happening this weekend. We also got a chance to talk about Texas baseball as they get ready to roll again against Oklahoma. We got Texas basketball that will take place tonight. Tip-off is at 6:10, but you can hear all the action starting at 5:30 right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Craig Way and Eddie Orr will be live in San Jose as the Texas Longhorns take on the Purdue Boilermakers for a chance to be in the Elite Eight.
Hardge, I'm not going to lie. I was nervous. When it was 2-0 and Texas State was up, I was sweating bullets. Oh my God. I was like, what is going on? You're at home by yourself and you're screaming out loud. Yeah, you're in it.
Yeah.
You're in it. And yesterday I was in it. And I was, oh my gosh. But it was good to see him pull it out.
And then, that Reese Atwood and Katie Stewart girl came up and did what they do.
They did exactly what they do. When
That's what they do.
Because when you look at what their numbers are on the season, Marcus and I were talking about it this morning. We give a lot of love to Reese Atwood, rightfully so. She's the home run champion here at the University of Texas, single season career and everything else that goes along with it. But I think we need to start talking a little bit more about Katie Stewart and what she's been able to
put some
do.
respect on her name.
She is batting 500 on the season. She has 20 extra base hits of her 38 hits. And you're like, wow, that's amazing. I said, no. The amazing part about it is she only has 4 doubles. That means she has 16 home runs on the season. She has 43 RBIs on the season, and her slugging percentage is 1184. She is having a record-setting season halfway through it all on the regular season. This team has won 27 straight games, and she is doing everything she can possibly do.
Man,
she has
that's choking
24 walks and only 13 strikeouts. So you can't ask for anything better from her.
I'll walk her. I wouldn't
given.
even, man, I'm walking her.
I mean,
you might as well
pick
just
your
go on and
poison,
step out the box.
Pick your poison. They as a team have 49 home runs, and 28 of them are between 2 players.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're on a heater, man. They are on fire.
They're going to be tested this weekend, though. Texas A&M is a team that is predominantly normally pretty good on the regular season, and they get ready to get into, when they get into SEC play, they play well too. So it'll be an interesting weekend as expected whenever they get together because of the battles in which they play with. But I'm just telling you, the numbers that are being put up, and we, like I said, we give a lot of love to Reese Atwood, rightfully so, but we need to start talking about Katie Stewart a little bit more because she is the one that is really protecting Reese, but also finishing up what Reese does because she's right behind her. Because you can't walk Reese to get to her. So what are you doing? What are you doing? And if you try to walk Reese, she's going to swing at it anyway because you're going to leave it too close, and she's going to get a base hit like she always does. So, man, it is an exciting time. We've been talking about this. Great stuff from Fran Harris, lifetime Longhorn Fran Harris. Great stuff from Coach Schlossnagle as Texas baseball starts a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. So we'll have that
MVP,
and so much more tomorrow.
Eric Henry.
And then, of course, we've got our guy, Eric Henry, that stepped up early this morning from California to be a part of the show. Opening day is today. The Texas Rangers will be at Philadelphia taking on the Phillies at 3:15. And the Houston Astros host the Los Angeles Angels at 3:10. Exciting, exciting, exciting times all over. But the most important thing is you stay locked all day long. Dan Patrick next. Colin Cowherd, and, of course, the Craig Way Show, followed by Bucky and BK, and tip-off of the Sweet 16 matchup, Longhorns, Boilermakers, right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, don't believe everything you see. Even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
Imagine if every child learned kindness the way they learn math or reading. At kindness.org, our Learn Kind curriculum is a